When this young lady went missing at 5 months pregnant, she was like 160. When they found her, she was 25 pounds. She was deeply, badly decomposed. Hi, welcome to Tamika's Story Time. This story that I'm getting ready to give to you tonight is based on a very beautiful soul that was snatched from us from Philadelphia, and her name was Latoya Figueroa. She was murdered at the hands of her boyfriend due to the fact that she wanted to keep her child. She was 5 months pregnant by this man, and he didn't want her to have it. She was 24, and she had a 7-year-old daughter who she was taking care of. She was dedicated to, she was committed to her daughter, and she was committed to motherhood. Okay, so she wanted to keep her baby. And this guy was a two-timer. He had another girl pregnant, and he didn't want her to have the baby. However, I'm going to feed, if you haven't subscribe to this channel, give me thumbs up. I promise you won't be disappointed. I want to give you some of the backdrop on this particular story. I was coming from work, and I was handed a flyer. It had her picture on it, and it had her name and the number. I seen this young lady. I encountered this young lady in TGI Fridays. This was long before that poster arrived in my hand. This, what I'm going to say, long before, it had to be months before, maybe even a year before. I was in TGI Fridays with my girlfriends, and we ordered, and she was our waitress. She was a beautiful, pleasant, warm soul. I'm a good reader of people's energy. So I'm an energetic human being, a spiritual human being. So people tend to bring people around me just so I can pick up on their energy. I'm just saying that. But I'm getting back to the story at hand to let you know. And you go back to my videos, you will understand where I'm going at with this particular situation. But I'm going to give it to you slow. She was a beautiful, and I like the TGI Friday ribs. So when I order the ribs, I always get the extra sauce so that I can take the meat off and dip it in the sauce, because I favor their sauce. Well, I asked her, I said, could I get a side sauce? So she said, sure. And when she brought the side sauce back to the table and set it in front of me, her hand changed into a youthful hand, from a youthful hand to an old lady hand. It looked almost as if a 90-year-old woman, old woman's hand. And she set it down, and I kind of and shook it off. I didn't even have a drink, and I drink a cocktail every time I go. But this was before the cocktail even arrived. So I shook it off. But that was the last time I seen this girl until the flyer was put in my hand. So once I seen the girl, I remembered her at TGI Fridays. And I said, missing? Oh, no. I called the number. I wanted to be a part of to find out what could I do. And they said, we're going to have a search team search certain areas for her. And so all hands was on deck. I got my girlfriends and my cousin, my family, we all went on deck to be a part of this search for this young lady. This search went on. It got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Meanwhile, it was the whole city searching for this girl. 2 weeks into it, still no news play. No CNN, no Fox, no nothing. No news play. It took a blogger to confront Fox News. Why this is a girl missing, a young mother, 24 years old, is missing, 5 months pregnant. And there's no news play on this lady, so that it can be beyond the cities and the city limit of search for this young lady. Her father was adamant. Now the sad part about this story is she lost her mother she was a toddler 20 years earlier, when her mother was slain on the city of Philadelphia, on the streets of Philadelphia. 20 years before Latoya Figueroa untimely demise. Everyone who knew her spoke nothing but kind words about this young lady. This late young girl wanted to have her baby. She went to the doctors. The boyfriend went to the doctor appointment with her. That was the last time she was seen. When she didn't pick her daughter up, the father of that child was called, and he said, "This woman did not pick up my daughter. Something is wrong. Something is wrong." And I commend this young man for putting that out there, because the boyfriend tried to say, oh, maybe she's with another guy, tried to assassinate this girl character, knowing full well what he had done to her. Well, after the reports and the ringing of the bell sort of happened, got this guy all scared. This is a month later. A month later, after the search, the city's in an uproar. The city's all hands on deck looking for this young lady. A month later, a friend called the detective. A friend of the boyfriend, the corporate, the friend of the corporate, called the detective and said, excuse me, this guy, called the detective and said, Mr. Proch, the man, the guy, the baby father, called him to ask him to help him and bring 2 body bags and a shovel. So with that understanding, this man, like, what you need me to bring a body bag and a shovel? Oh, okay, I surely will meet you. So when he hung up the phone, he called the detective. And he said, look, I don't know what this guy gonna do, because he got a gun and he telling me to meet him with 2 body bags and a shovel. Now what you need 2 body bags for? So he was under the impression, no, you want to do me harm, because now I'm getting ready to find out something that you ain't shared with me. So when they said the police put a PI, they followed behind the car that he was going to be in, and he led them outside of Philadelphia to Chester, and to an empty lot. And when he did that, they found Latoya Figueroa. When this young lady went missing at 5 months pregnant, she was like 160. When they found her, she was 25 pounds. She was deeply, badly decomposed. Fetus and all. He was arrested right on site. He was charged with 2 counts of murder. He's in jail to this day. The father, if it wasn't for the father due diligence of being active and begging and pleading for people to help the amount of people that came out for the search team, I don't think it would have been as immense as it was. But that father and that child's father, I commend them both, because they had her back, and he had her back 120%. Now, when I said in TGI Fridays, when she put the sauce down in front of me, and I seen her hand change from youth to an old lady's hand, that's what her hand looked like when they found that young lady. So that's what I was seeing when I thought, oh, what was that? But if you go back and you see the video where I explained a little bit more to you with the murder in City Hall, that video explains what I just told you. So, surely that's what I seen. But I'll never forget her beautiful smile. She was so wonderful and beautiful. And her spirit was beautiful. So, you could take something from this world, but when it's something that's so good, it will never be forgotten. And I will never forget her. And I'm sure everyone who encountered her will never forget her spirit. Because I'm telling you, when you come across a beautiful spirit, you never forget that spirit. I don't care who it is or who they are. Genuine, loving human beings are hard to find, especially in this day and age. This was 2005 when that happened. And I remember it like it was yesterday. And she's not the only one. It's continued. And then nowadays, it is so more prevalent that these girls is being cut down for their decision to want to keep their babies. But I got more stories to tell about a situation close to this situation that has happened, not just here, but also in South Carolina. But I'm glad I didn't want to put it. And when I tell that story, you will know. So I say stick in, continue to be a part of this team of story time, because I have more stories to tell you, more backdrop of the stories to tell you and to share with you. And I want to give you some inspiration, not just give you a story, but I'm going to give you something that you can take back with you. The Lord says, be still. I'm a person that will get riled up quick, fast, in a hurry. When I feel, I don't like when people misjustice. I don't like that. I don't like when people take advantage of people. I don't like when, because it could be, I'm just going to go on a side note from where I'm at. It could, just to give you an example, driving and you let a person go in front of you and they don't even acknowledge the fact that you give you a thanks or a wave of the hand and say thank you. They go as if they're taking something from you. And that makes them feel good. That makes them feel comfortable. I don't go back and forth with people, and I don't argue with people, because most people today are so self-absorbed that they can't even see outside of their own head. They live in their own head. And live in their own mind. So to get any rational response and you're looking for a rationale, you're basically looking for a miracle, if you will. But people feel better if they think they've taken something from you versus you giving them something. And I always say, you can't take nothing from me. Anything that you took from me, I gave to you. Don't mistake it for nothing else. Don't mistake it for nothing else. Because I give. And I rarely take. And if I take something from you, you can best believe I got an open door policy. If I take something from you, that means you in good hands. You are in good care. Because I'm going to make sure that you are right. If you give me something, I'm going to make sure you are right. You covered. You are truly covered. But people want to believe, I took something from you. Okay, if that's what you want, if that's what makes you sleep good at night, then so be it. You took something from me. But Lord knows, and I know better, that you ain't taking nothing from Tamika, but Tamika's gonna give it to you. And if you took it from me, then you know what? Then you special, because I allowed you to take that. And the bottom line is this. People get offended and get all round up in their emotions and in their spirit when they think that somebody's trying to take something from you when they're actually giving something to you. For instance, a baby. A man feel threatened. If you have that baby, you're going to take something from me. Instead of looking at it as if you're giving me something. And leaving it as that. Sometimes a soldier falls on his own sword. Sometimes we have to let things happen and let it take care of itself. And be still, like the Lord says. He says, be still. That's not by accident. That's by purpose. Because when you be still, you're allowing God to do His work. He don't need your help. He don't need our help. FYI. The only help He needs is for us to show each other and grow from each other. This is why I'm sharing stories with you. Because I want to share a story with you that maybe you can share with somebody else, or it can help you. It can help someone else. It can help shed light on a question that might be going on within you, or might be going on with someone else. Or you can tell them, look here, I always show my daughter. I always tell her, I share a lot with her. Maybe I'm at fault for sharing too much with her. But I don't want her to be blinded by lies and false propaganda, because there's so much out here. So I would rather be the one to share the truth with her and hurt her with truth than to hurt her with lies, and to allow her to be hurt by lies. Because that's the worst thing that can happen to us all, is to be the greatest trick the devil played on mankind was to convince you that he didn't exist. People want to talk about everything but the devil. People want to talk about everything but God, because they don't want to offend nobody. But you offend God. It's okay to offend God, but you don't want to offend nobody. Now, how much sense do that make? But again, like I said, it goes back to, if you can't help a person, don't hurt a person. I'm a firm believer of that. If I can't help you, I'm going to send you to somebody that can. I'm going to do everything in my power to see that you get some sort of accommodation. That's what's missing today. People want to take from people and not help or give them something that's going to help them to move forward. That's what we're here for, after all, whether you want to believe it or not. And it's no more. We're not here for this, all what's going on. The BS. But I want to go back to the topic at hand. Latoya Figueroa. Don't ever forget her, because there's so many Latoya Figueroas that has happened, that continues to happen, and it continues to happen. It's a perpetual situation. And I want to speak to the young men out here who feel entrapped or think they, oh my God, I'm entrapped because she's going to have a baby and I don't want the baby and she's going to take my money and this, that, and other. No, it's things out there. I know that you may feel like, oh, my back is against the wall and now I'm going to be taken down. No, not necessarily so, because only God is the Father of time. You pray on it, and He going to get you out of any circumstances you're in. He going to help you through it. He may give you a promotion in your life that may bless you 4 times over, and you sitting up there put in your mind, you put the seed of doubt in your mind that, oh, this is a burden and not a blessing. Oh, this is going to bankrupt me. Man, if you don't get out of here with all that, you ain't going to be bankrupt. And it surely ain't going to kill you. This might be your saving grace. This might be the very child that helped save your life that you're trying to get rid of. All because you don't want it. It's inconveniencing you. It's not at the time that you want it to be. It's not who you want it to be with. FYI. God knows what you want to be going through before you go through it. He know who He's sending before He sent them. He know what purpose they serve and what purpose they don't serve. Okay? So, get over yourself. Get over yourself and get out your own way. Because when you think that you're going to do something to manipulate the situation and take the situation into your own hands, that's when you will lose everything. Just when you're trying to remove the one thing that you think, oh, that's going to be the bullet in my head. No, it's not. You want to put the bullet in your own head because you want to go and do something that you know damn well is going to catch up with you. Now, everybody swear they're going to get away. Everybody that do it think they're going to get away. FYI. You think even if you do, if by some miraculous reason you get away, karma ain't going to let you do that. Karma is real. Karma collects. Karma has no bias in who it collects. When you do something, you already set that path, that karma in motion. It's like a wheel that you can't see, that's already set in motion, that's looking to collect. Because karma don't care who you are, how much money you got, how much potential you have. If you do something that's offensive to God, karma is set free. And it comes. And when it comes quietly, it comes swiftly, and it comes correct. It's a dead on. It's like a dead ringer. It don't miss. Okay? So keep that in mind. Move righteously. Be aware consciously of God so that you can move respectfully in this world. And you'll be all right. I say, be a blessing to someone else. I hope that I have been a blessing to you. By all means, bless me with a subscription and a thumbs up. And come back because I got more stories to share with you with a backdrop of truth. You will not be disappointed. And I don't expect or plan to disappoint you at any time. I want to fill you with delight, purpose, and truth. I say, God bless and be blessed and bless someone else. Until we speak again or listen again. Either way, I look forward to speaking to you soon. Peace.